pagsulong ng ating inang bayan. Bawat tahanay may liwanag sa pag-ibig mong laan. Walang talo, laging wagi ka.
Pagpasok ng dekada 90, isa sa mga nanganib maglaho ay ang bakas ng ilang mahalagang tradisyon at katutubong lengguwahe. Maraming grupong naitatag at kumilos upang muli ay manumbalik at buhayin ang kulturang Kapampangan na medyo unti-unting nakakalimutan sa patuloy na pagsulong ng komersyo. Mga giliw kong taga-subaybay ng programang Wagi, samahan niyo akong kilalanin ang maituturing na isang wagi sa kanyang advokasya sa pagpapayabong at muling pagpapaningning sa musikang Kapampangan. Si Ginang Angie Hizon.
She's one person who has a pure heart and a good heart for those people who are in need. Despite her status as a person, she would always reach out. Bilang isang Kapampangan, wagi siya kasi ang kanyang puso nasa kanyang pamilya, ang kanyang isip nasa kanyang mga pangarap, advokasya para sa kulturang Kapampangan. Ang kanyang mga kamay nasa mga nangangailangan. She would always wanted to reach the others and be of help to fellow Kapampangans and to other people. And most importantly, ang kanyang mga paa nananatiling nasa lupa. That alone, despite her achievement, she remains to be humble, and that way she is wagi.
I've known Angie for a long time, and I'm close to both Angie and her mother, si Apo Lolet. Si Angie, napakalakas ng personality niya. And at the same time, napaka-mabait, napaka-matulungin, napaka-passionate. So amongst all her wonderful characteristics, I would say ang pinakamalakas doon, yung passion niya to succeed. For her, wala sa vocabulary niya ang failure. Waging-wagi yan. Gusto niya nagwawagi parate.
Magandang gabi sa iyo, Angie. Welcome sa Wagi.
Magandang gabi. Good evening. Thank you.
Oh, kumusta ka, Angie?
Mayop.
Mayap. Oh.
Very excited. 2012 is an exciting year for, not just for me, but for the entire advocacy.
And I'm so interested to find out nung makanano mong develop, no, how you develop this love for Kapampangan arts and culture, particularly music.
Oh.
So before we go into that, you are an Olalia Hizon.
Yes.
You come from a family na talagang tubong Bacolod, the Olalias, and then the Hizons of San Fernando or Mexico.
Mexico.
So, talk about your family. Who is your mother and father?
Ingima ako. My mother is Lolita Olalia Hizon.
The matriarch?
Yes. And of course, my father is Angelo Hizon Jr.
Okay. But your mom was born in Bacolor. In
Bacolor. My
Yes.
father was born in San Fernando. Pero rin karelang roots, Batlaking Kay, Mexico, Pampanga.
Okay. Do you know that yung mga Olalia kasi, ano? Yung mga Olalia, mga ano yan, may mga lahi kayong ano, di ba?
Yung very,
Aktivista.
yes.
Diba?
So,
So, lolo mo yung si Felix Berto Olalia, the labor leader.
yes.
Oo.
Actually, he is my uncle.
Uncle mo.
Uncle
Pagkatapos, yung anak niya na si Attorney Rolando Olalia, yung na-assassinate before,
Yes.
na labor leader din, anak ni Tatang Felix Berto Olalia, ay pinsan mo na.
yan, no. Yun pala yung uncle ko, no. Tapos si Felix, yun yung
kasi
lolo.
mas, may edad sila sa inyo
Yes,
diba?
oo.
Oo. So, alam mo itong lineage na ito, na meron kayong ganyang lahi. Teka muna, yung tatay mo naman, Hizon ng Mexico, so, revolusyonaryo din yung ninuno niya.
True. Si General Maximino Hizon.
Okay.
Of yung sa panahon nga ng mga Amerikano.
Okay. Pero kailan ka naging aware na ito yung pamilyang pinanggalingan mo? Na ganito yung klase?
Yung Hizon, yung sa Olalia kasi lumaki ko sa sa Cabalansian. So I grew up with my grandmother. So while I was growing up, I already hear these stories about our lineage. Yung mga si Rolando Olalia nga, and there's this certain Nick Olalia na isa ring aktivista. So yung sa Olalia side, very familiar ako. Ang sa Hizon, I learned about the entire history ng clan ng Hizon about 4 or 5 years ago lang. When I saw this book ng mga Hizon, it's a family tree kung saan makikita mo kung saan talaga kami nanggaling.
Okay.
So it was only then that I learned na si General Maximino, kasi akala ko noon, sa side sila nila Governor Rodolfo Hizon.
Okay.
Just to find out after seeing that book na sa kanya, nasa line pala kami ni General Maximino Hizon.
Nananalay tayo sa dugo ni Angie ang kagitingan at pagiging maprinsipyo ng kanyang mga ninuno. Masasabi nating nagmarka ang mga katangiang ito hanggang sa kanyang paglaki. Silipin natin ang kwento ng kanyang kabataan. Teka muna, Angie. Ikaw ba pinanganak sa Cabalansian, Bacolod?
No, I was born in Santo Tomas. Santo Tomas in FC County Clinic.
Oo.
Pero since my grandmother was in Cabalansian, so nandun ako, sa kanya ako lumaki.
Doon ka lumaki?
Until about 10 years old.
Sa grandmother mo?
Yes, with my grandmother.
Bakit?
On and off, pagbakasyon sa kanya ako. And then when I was younger, oftentimes, syempre pagka school days, uuwi ka, kailangan kang umuwi. So sasama sa akin yung lola ko. Tapos,
Lola mo sa mother side?
sa mother side
Okay.
ko. Kasi hindi ko na naabutan yung grandmother ko sa father side.
Okay.
So ngayon, sasama sa amin yung lola ko, but there would be times na kailangan umuwi ng lola ko.
Ito yung nanay ng nanay mo?
Yeah.
Okay.
So ang gagawin ko ngayon, pag wala yung lola ko sa amin, I won't go to school. Kailangan lagi akong sa tabi ng lola ko.
So, would you say na lola's girl ka?
Siguro,
Until the age of 10.
yes.
Until the
But
age of
then,
10,
when I was 12, nawala na siya. So, I stopped, parang nakat bigla yung connection ko to where I grew up.
Okay. So, bumalik ka na ng
San Fernando,
San
diretso na.
Fernando.
Oo, diretso.
Okay. Pang-ilan ka ba sa magkakapatid?
I am the 6th from the eldest.
Ilan ba kayong magkakapatid?
12.
12! Talagang malaking pamilya kayo.
Yes, even
Oo.
my mom, they were, sa family na, they were 16.
16 sila magkakapatid?
16 sila magkakapatid.
Iisang tiyan yun?
Yeah.
Pang-ilan ang nanay mo?
Hindi ako sure. Siguro mga...
16, ano?
Oo, 16.
My goodness. So, 12 kayong magkakapatid.
Oo.
At
sobrang laki.
pang-middle ka?
6th ako.
Oh.
6th from the eldest and then 7th from the youngest.
Naku, gitna ka.
Oo, halos ganun.
Ano ka ba? Meron ka bang
Middle child syndrome? I would like to not believe that, But I have my own identity. Siguro, I would like to be very unique. Yung parang, I cannot be parang limited to this personality or because of this middle child syndrome, ganito
Oo.
na ako.
Pero marami kayo Angie.
Yes.
Hindi ba na-feel mo na parang dahil nasa gitna ka, parang hindi ka masyado
Left out.
napapansin?
Hindi naman, kasi yun nga, dahil lumaki ako sa grandmother ko, And then, ang feeling ko nga, special ako because I had a mother and still
Yes,
malapit
of
ako sa
course.
lola ko,
Oo,
di ba? So
oo,
parang
oo.
mas special yung dating ko, something like that. So I never felt that na ko.
So, maswerte ka.
Oo, of course,
di ba?
I was able to
Oo.
enjoy both love.
Noon bang ikaw ay maliit, mayaman na yung family niyo?
Paano ba yung mayaman na yun? Ang alam ko,
Hindi kayo naghirap? Hindi mo naranasan ang hirap?
hindi rin kasi as early as 9 years old, kahit na nandun ako sa lola ko, there were times that susunduin ako ng nanay ko. I don't know kung reasons na she wanted to be with me, because she would, I will not forget this instance na you need to come home kasi wala yung mga trabahador natin and we need to work. kailangan natin gumawa ng tosino. But then, pagdating ko sa bahay, nandun lahat ng trabahador namin. But even before that, parang as early as 9 years old, tinuturuan na kami ng parents namin magtrabaho.
Talaga?
Ay, everything was available. But then, hindi kami pinayagang to really, parang spend yung mga vacations namin to the fullest.
In other words, hindi ka lumaking senyorita.
Of course not.
Hindi. Well, akala ko.
Hindi.
Di ba kanya sabi
Bawal
ko nga,
sa amin yun.
Naku, malalaman ko na yung
Bawal sa-
sikreto ng mga Hizon kako through Angie.
Bawal sa amin yun.
Bawal sa inyo,
Bawal sa amin
ang
yun.
senyorita.
It is one of the values na itinuro sa amin ng parents.
Isa sa mga kilalang pamilya sa Pampanga ang kinabibilangan ni Angie. Masasabing born with a silver spoon, ngunit lingid sa kalaman ng lahat, hindi siya lumaki sa luho. Maaga siyang namulat sa mga salitang disiplina at responsibilidad. Pero paano ba nagsimula yung magulang mo?
Nung meron na akong medyo alam ko na kung nangyayari
Naalala mo?
sa paligid
Natatandaan
ko.
mo pa? Oo.
We already had this gasoline station. And maraming mga trucks and all. So alam ko they were already into trucking. But then, kasi nag-aral ako sa Assumption eh.
Oo.
So, after nung mga memories ko na ayokong pumapasok sa school, tapos baha and all, after nun biglang nasa Dolores na kami.
Oo.
Na ang alam ko, malaki na yung bahay namin. But then we were only staying in this one huge bedroom. Pero available siya. Like we had this humongous kitchen kung saan din ginagawa yung mga tosino namin. But siguro sa akin, kung i-compare ko yung buhay ko sa iba, of course, mas angat pa rin sa iba. But then, hindi nga yung senyoritang sinasabi mo. Naka-incorporate pa rin yung responsibility na you have to help your parents sa business nila, yung ganun.
Stricto yung nanay at tatay mo?
Yes.
Talagang stricto.
Very, very, very.
Paano? I-describe mo yung mga natatandaan mo na pagka-stricto nila.
Although hindi ako gala nung bata ako.
Oo.
Bahay school lang ako. And medyo may pagka-loner ako. Stricto in the sense na we were not allowed to socialize. Because very conservative sila eh. So para sa kanila, socialization is more on yung parang siguro dahil humility yung umiiral sa kanila. So if you go out, parang pasosyal lang, something like that. There were times na it was easier nga na parang aalis ka, hindi ka na magpapaalam because they won't notice kasi they were so busy. But then, hindi naman ako naging, alam mo yun, hindi ako yung sobrang naging pasaway. Because I did well in school. Despite nung mga parang on my own, I was able to maintain yung academic standing ko until I graduated in high school. Ano naman ako? I think I did fairly.
Sa inyo magkakapatid, siyempre natatandaan mo lahat ng pangalan ng kapatid mo.
Of course.
So, sino pangalan niyo?
Si Third.
Third.
Oo, tapos si Mayor Jomar.
Oo.
Tapos si Rose Ann.
Pangalawa pala si Mayor
Oo.
Jomar.
Tapos si Marco. Tapos si Dal. Tapos ako. And then si Ricky, si Derek, si Darius, si Carlo,
Mas
si
matanda
Monina.
ka kay Darius, ano?
Oo.
Oo, tapos?
5 years older.
Oo.
Tapos si Monina and then si Andro na yung bunso.
Oo. So, yung bunso niyo, ilang taon na?
1980 siya ipinanak. So, he's 31. Ngayon, 31.
So, pamilyado na kayong lahat?
Yes, we are all,
So, ilan ang pamangkin mo?
Ay, nako. Lampas 50.
So, lumaki na yung family
Oo.
niyo. Malaki na yung
Pamangkin ko,
family.
lampas 50, I think. Oo, lampas 50. Parang mga 56.
Okay.
Wagi.ka. Wagi.ka.
Madalas na ikukumparang relasyon ng anak sa pagitan ng kanyang ina at ama. Ngunit paano ba ang maging anak ng mga Hizon? Ano ang mga katangian ng mga magulang ni Angie na higit niyang itinatangi? Marami kayong magkakapatid, merong negosyong ipinupundar yung mga magulang mo. Sobrang sipag nila, I
Of course,
suppose.
oo.
Nung
Up
maliliit
until
kayo,
now.
hindi mo masasabing kayo ay napabayaan.
Hindi, kasi there are two ways, no? You can say na napabayaan ka and you're being taken care of. But primarily, I think ang responsibility ng parents is to provide for you. And that was really dealt with well. Sobrang-sobrang, up until now, we're being provided very, very well by our parents, kahit na may mga sari-sariling pamilya kami. Na I do not find, or I don't know if there is any couple in the entire world na ginagawa ng parents namin. So, in that sense of talagang hindi kami napabayaan. Sa personal siguro that it's one of the reasons why we became so strong, very resilient, and very self-efficient or self-sufficient rather, na parang even without the help of anyone, pwede kang tumayo.
How will you describe your relationship with your mom? The mother-daughter relationship.
Sabi ko nga sa isang nagtanong sa akin, how close are you to your mother? I laugh with my mom, but I share my deepest thoughts sa father ko.
Really?
Because my father is a very silent person. So
I met him once.
Yeah, hindi siya yung typical na nakikipagkwentuhan. Yung my mother naman is yung now that she's retired, not totally retired, but she gets.
I don't think she's the type of woman who will ever retire.
Yes, I know. So yung talagang hold sa, especially this is her legacy, so
Yeah,
it's
that's
understandable.
right.
So yung minsan makikipagkwentuhan ako sa nanay ko. She would call me sometimes na magkikibalita siya, and then we would laugh. Pero sa father ko is always on the serious side.
On the serious
pag
side.
mag-uusap kami ng father ko, it's always on the business side, yung mga ganun. Parang mas professionals. Pero sa nanay ko, siguro yun yung natural, mas you get to talk with your mother. Especially, we have the same sometimes, di pamilya na ako. So, we get to share some sentiments.
Oo.
Yung ganun.
Minsan nagkakaroon ka ng pagkakataon na parang nagre-reflect ka, di ba? So, iniisip mo, ano kayong nakuha ko sa tatay ko? Ano yung nakuha ko sa nanay ko? So, ano yung mga katangian ng mga magulang mo na sa palagay mo, eto nakuha ko sa nanay ko, eto nakuha ko sa tatay ko. And how do you assess that?
When I was younger, I wanted to believe myself na nakuha ko yung character ng father ko. Because he was quiet.
Were you ever quiet?
I was.
You were?
I was actually.
Totoo yan
Yes, only recently that I have come out of my shell. Kaya lang, but there would always be times that I would go back sa shell ko na hindi ako sanay sa, alam mo yon, yung they call it limelight, no? But sometimes parang obliged ka lang to go out.
Parang nagugulat ako.
Ironically, no?
Oo.
But
Kasi ngayon na lang kita
nakasama, yes,
diba?
yes,
Di ba
yes.
tayo talaga
Well, sabi ko nga rin sa'yo, di ba, I had a different perception of you, di ba?
Yan ang maganda
Yes,
diba?
but when I got to spend some time with you, sabi ko nga, parang it's totally different, di ba? So parang ganyan din yung sa tingin mo sa akin.
Right,
But yun nga, people see me as a very, actually ang alam nila, hindi rin, because even at work, I don't talk. I just do my stuff. I don't normally talk. Pero, choose people who I talk to. But when I talk to you, that means I really love talking with you. Yung ganon.
So tahimik ka talaga?
Oo.
Mula nung maliit ka?
Yes, especially when I was younger.
Oo. Loner ka, would you say?
Yes, because I would just want to stay in my room, listen to the music, yung mga ganon, and then do my homework, yung mga ganon. I really find peace, find solitude sa mga ganong.
Teka muna, hindi ba nagsusulat ka ng mga awitin,
Yeah.
mga tula, mahilig kang
Yes.
Nung maliit ka ba, nagsusulat
Oh
ka
yes,
na ng
even
ganon?
as early as grade school, may mga English poets rin ako.
Gustong-gusto mo na yun?
Yes.
Si Angie Hizon sa kasalukuyan ay maituturing na isa sa mga pangunahing tagapagtangkilik ng kulturang Kapampangan, lalo na ng musika. Subalit bago nito umpisahan ang advokasya, sa ibang larangan muna siya inilagak ng tadhana.
Teka muna, assumption ka.
Yes,
From
assumption.
elementary to high
To
school.
high school.
Nung nagkolehiyo ka, saan?
UST.
UST.
I wanted
Oo.
to be, I didn't want to go to UST. Of course, mga parents, they have high dreams for
of
you,
course,
no?
oo.
And yung mga time
Tsaka,
zone is
a
different.
Catholic university with a
Yes.
very good reputation, di ba? Oo.
So my mom wanted me to be a doctor, but I wanted to be, first I wanted to be an accountant.
Okay.
And then eventually become a lawyer. Hindi na...
Uy, maganda yun.
Yes. Ay, yung pagiging lawyer hanggang ngayon nasa ano ko,
Oo.
it's my ultimate dream.
Tingnan mo nga yan, nakakataka. That's a revelation. Kasi kung hindi ka naman masyadong madaldal nung bata ka, loner ka, di ba? Parang iisipin mo, gusto pala maging lawyer ni Angie.
Sabi nga rin ng
Di ba?
pinsan ko, kasi siya yung naging lawyer. Nung pumasya siya sa bar, sabi niya, sa speech niya, sabi niya, this is actually your dream eh, sabi niya sa akin. And I haven't I haven't let go of that dream.
Talaga, nandyan pa rin.
Up until now.
Wow, ba't hindi mo ituloy?
I am thinking about it.
Teka muna, hindi ba, anong kinuha mong kurso nung sa UST?
Yes, biology. Because my mother wanted me to be a doctor.
Oo, pero pagka-graduate mo,
Sa trabaho.
nagtrabaho ka. Pero nag-MBA ka sa Ateneo, di
Yes.
ba? Oo.
Recently, 3 years ago.
Oo.
I
3
took
years ago
MBA.
pa lang yun.
I took MBA.
So, pagkatapos mo ng kolehiyo, sa pagitan ng pag-aaral mo ng kolehiyo at MBA, nagtrabaho ka na sa kumpanya
sa kumpanya
nyo.
namin.
Sa Pampangas.
For a long time. And then, siguro, yung pag-MBA ko is out of curiosity. And it was my brother Marco who invited me first. MBA ka, sabi na sa akin. And then, I have this friend, si Doktora Maricel Angeles. In-invite din niya ako kasi kasama ko siya na we're one of the officers ng Homeschool Association naman ng school na pinag-aaralan ng anak namin. So, at first, hindi ako pumayag. Sabi ko, I don't have time for that. But eventually, biglang, okay, pa-interview. So, then, I got admitted.
At matalino ka naman, syempre.
I would like to believe that.
At saka, hindi ba, dahil nga, kumbaga, nagtatrabaho ka na eh.
Yes.
Malawak na yung karanasan mo sa pagmamanage ng negosyo. Ano specifically ang posisyon ng mga hinawakan mo sa kumpanya ninyo?
Madami. Para nga
You
ako,
started
I
after
started
college.
sa
Oo.
pagmamanage ng store.
Okay.
And then I held yung sa finance. And then I went into the operations. Napunta ako
Pero
sa...
biology, ha?
Oo, totally malayo. You know, when I
Malayo.
was in college, wala talaga yung focus ko sa biology. It was parang, sige na, para lang makapag-aral ka, para lang mapagbigyan mo, you know. But I did...
You adapted well sa negosyo ng magulang mo?
Because, you know, it was
From
innate
biology?
eh. It was
Oo.
innate because
Oo
when I was
nga.
growing up, we were already engaged sa trabaho.
Oo.
Sabi ko nga sa'yo,
Alam mo na yung step by
Of course,
step.
of
Kilala mo
course.
yung mga trabahador
Oo,
and all
oo.
that. Oo.
When I was in high school, yung sister ko, si Roseanne, she had to go to the US. And then, walang ibang magti-take over kasi yung mga iba kong kapatid nasa college na. So, I had to take care yung sa production side. I was in second year high school. Ita nga man mandang dumulong ko king palengke, ganingaldo, to buy yung meat namin. And then, at the same time, mamamalengke ka para sa pagkain ng mga trabahador. So, I would cook yung lunch ng mga trabahador. Tapos,
Marunong kang magluto.
yes! When I was in grade 5, sabi ng nanay ko, Kenny, Angie, turura kang magluto. Mamalengke ka.
Your mom, mahusay
Oh,
magluto.
yes.
Masarap
Of course. Siguro, my
Kasi
goodness. Oo.
Kapampangan eh.
Oo. And I think we got it from her. Everyone in the
So,
family.
nagluluto ka na, bata ka pa.
Oo. When I was in grade 5, tinuruan niya ako magluto.
She is a mother and a wife na mapag-alaga talaga. She loves to cook for her family. She loves to prepare special things para sa mga taong mahalaga sa kanya.
Wagi ka. Wagi ka.
Sa kabila ng kanyang katayuan sa lipunan, nananatiling nakaapak ang paa sa lupa. Marangya, ngunit nananaig ang pagiging simple ni Angie hanggang sa makilala niyang lalaking unang nakapagpatibok sa kanyang puso.
You got married.
When I was 20.
20?
20, very young.
Ang bata naman.
Yes, very young.
From after college?
I was still in college, but then I still went on going to school even after that.
Nag-asawa ka na.
I still went to school even after
And
marriage.
ilan ang naging anak mo?
3.
Where did you meet this guy?
In Manila.
In Manila. You became a single parent.
Yes. After 5 years
After
of
5
marriage.
years. So it was not the marriage. It was not a marriage made in heaven.
Oh yeah, it was not. It was not. I don't like to put all the blame on him. Siyempre, anak ka. you know.
20, no?
I was just talking to a friend last night, sabi ko, Pin, everything that happened in my life is by choice.
Yes, oo.
So,
that's good.
Ala akong sisisyan. I don't blame anyone for
Oo.
whatever happened in my life except
Ang
myself.
pinaka-importante, nag-move on ka.
Oh, yes.
At hindi ka, kumbaga, na buong-buo pa rin
Yeah.
ang pagkatao.
But there were times na talagang, you know, I was in my
syempre.
deepest and I would give up, but then eventually talakad ko.
Yes.
Of course with the help of my family.
That is truly wagi.
Minsan ang isang sakuna ay nag-iiwan ng mukha ng kalupitan, ang isang bagyo ng pagdadalamhati. Subalit, ito rin ang sumusubok sa katatagan ng bawat tao. Sa matinding pagsubok na dinaanan, naging malaking tulong at inspirasyon din ang mga anak ni Angie. At ang kanyang buhay, muli, ay magkakaroon ng panibagong kulay.
Pinalaki mo yung mga anak mo on your own.
On my own. Of course, yung support na financial support ng parents ko is always there.
But you worked also.
Yes,
diba?
yes.
Oo.
Oo.
What are their names and how old are they?
Patricia is 23 and
23, oh.
Ivan is 21 and the youngest is 6 years old, a princess.
6 years old? You have a 6-year-old
Yes, a
girl.
daughter, yes.
Okay. So, do you have a love life
Of
nowadays?
course. Of course.
So, the guy is?
Landly
Oo.
Kiwa.
And how did you meet?
I met him in year 2000. It's a funny story because he went there for business purpose. Pagkakita ko, may itsura. Kailang bata pa. Sabi ko,
Okay.
and then we talked for a while.
Okay.
But you know, wala yung basta it was purely business. And then while we were talking, sinabi niya sa akin, meron akong naging kaklase sa mga Hizon, sabi niya. Sabi niya, it's Monina. Oh, she's my sister. She's my younger sister. Sabi ko, she's actually here. Sabi ko, so tinawag ko ngayon yung sister ko. And then, sila rin nag-usap. I left him. Ganun lang. Wala, nothing. But then, he got my number, my cell phone number. He started texting
Paano kayo
me.
nagka-developan?
He started texting me.
Tinext ka niya.
Baka it was just
Okay,
briefly,
oo.
siguro mga 3 or 4 months.
Ano yung pinaka nakita mo sa kanya? At nasa ng compatibility nyo? Nasa music pa?
None at all.
Wala.
We have no common interest at that time.
At that time?
Yeah, kasi we really didn't we were just talking over the phone, texting. We didn't get to see each other often, itang makanyan. So, but it was the first time na menyad kong signs king apong gino because I was 32 at that time and sabi ko, I was single. Sabi ko, I think I will be growing up or I will be growing old with my parents, that I will be the one taking care of them during their sabi ko, golden age,
Yeah,
sabi ko,
that's
ne?
right.
But then he came along, tapos it was the first time na menyad kong signs. I asked for signs. Is this person worth the risk? Especially that my parents are so conservative that they wouldn't. I was very, very sure that they won't allow me anymore, ne? Well, after what I've gone through, itang makanyan.
So, ano reaction?
My mom was furious when she found out. Well, she was very furious.
Kasi
But then,
stricto yung conservative.
yes,
Oo.
but then eventually she
Natanggap na
accepted.
rin.
She accepted.
Hindi lang naging katuwang sa pagbuo ng isang matibay na pag-iibigan ang dumating kay Angie. Ang kanyang bagong sinta rin ang naging tulay upang kanyang muling mapagningas ang musikang Kapampangan.
Itong inyong advokasya, yung advocacy mo for Kapampangan arts and culture, lalo na ang music, kailan ito umusbong?
This advocacy, music advocacy, was it was actually Landis and his co-founders' idea. After 2 years, biglang they held an election because during
Kailan ito? Anong taon ito?
it was only last year, but it
year.
started in 2009. It was founded in 2009 together with his composer friends. During those 2 years, I was, just behind him. I did my own share of songs, except that they were in English, but they were advocating Kapampangan songs. So, hindi ako pwedeng talagang sumentro. After 2 years nga, they held an election. Then I was elected as a president. At first, it was, parang, okay, in support again of Landly.
Okay.
But eventually, sabi ko nga, it was like a seedling that was implanted in me that started growing. And now it's already deeply rooted in me. It came out naturally that I developed this love for the Kapampangan culture and the language.
Okay musika, nagsisilbi itong daan upang lalo pang malinang ng mga artist ng Kapampangan ang musika. Nagsilbi rin itong pintong nagbukas at nagpapasok sa mga natatagong talentong meron dito sa ating rehiyon.
And of course, okay, musika, yung leadership niya dyan, hindi mo matatawaran. Kahit na binibigay niya lahat, yung time niya, yung effort niya, yung talent niya, yung kanyang, resources and everything. And she leads the kids with, stricto siya sa paglilid ng Okay Musika. At the same time, marami siyang nagpapakita. Look at the TV show of Okay Musika, no?
Kaliwanang sabayan o kakatandang Kapampangan.
This TV program, which is on Kapampangan music, promoting Kapampangan music, Okay Musika, this is your project.
Yeah, it is. Together with the rest of the
Of course.
board members.
What is your specific role in this project?
I am the executive producer.
You
one
are
of
the
the executive
executive
producers. We're
producer.
2 executive producers here. So,
Paano mong nadidiscover itong mga talento na mga kabataang mga Kapampangan na ito?
when I started, or during the election last year, many artists became part of the advocacy. Dati kasi, it was only the composers. But then eventually, pumasok nga yung different artists from various fields of arts. Nandiyan na yung sa visual, photography, videography, painting. Tapos pumasok dyan yung mga designers.
Malawak pala ito.
Yes, it is.
Oo.
So, we have this script writers. So, parang, okay, we are complete. We can come up with a very wonderful Kapampangan TV show. So that is how it started. We have scriptwriters, we have directors, we have dancers, we have singers. What else can you ask for? So that's how it started.
I see. So, what are the major challenges na tingin mo? Parang na-hurdle nyo, pero nangihirapan dito sa ganitong klase ng advocacy?
It's a support of other, kasi para kang isang karayom in sinasabi nga ng dayami, except that hindi ka hinahanap. Ikaw ang pilit na humahanap, yung something like that. Parang you want to come out of this haystack. Yun parang
Painstaking.
yes, you don't get support from so much support from the government.
Not so overwhelming support.
Yes, of course not. Yung
oo.
ganon. So, nahihiya naman akong lumapit sa mga NGOs kasi parang hindi siya parang economically helpful, yung ganon. Parang ano ba naman yung kaartehan na yan? So it's talagang mahirap. Then that was the only time I realized talagang mahirap pala ang sa arts. You will not be getting so much supporters unless yung makakasama mo or yung makakaharap mo is also an artist. And
Wagi ka. Wagi ka.
Hindi naging madali ang pagtupad sa pinapangarap na makamtan, subalit hindi nawala ng pag-asa si Angie na ipagpatuloy ang naumpisahan Ang okay musika, ang kanyang advokasya, patuloy ang paglago, patuloy na nagbibigay inspirasyon sa ating lahat.
Anong pinangahawakan mo? Bakit parang kahit na mahirap, nandyan ka at lumalaban?
Siguro it's more of yung parang kapapangan ko eh. Sabi ko nga, it's not just the language that makes you Kapampangan. When I went to the Center for Kapampangan in Holy Angel last year, and I saw our history, our roots, I suddenly became so proud of where I came from. Yung parang, my goodness, alam mo, everyone should be proud of their roots as Kapampangan. We're no ordinary people. We're no ordinary Filipinos, sabi kong ganon. So we need to stand up and show people that we are who we are. So the only way to show that is yung parang show them kung ano yung original na Kapampangan. You know, of course, business is here, development is here. We need this. Hindi tayo mabubuhay kung wala yung, you know, this development sa business and all. But, you know, I want to create an identity na, kasi nawala tayo eh. Especially so we're being surrounded by these Tagalog regions or provinces. So parang unti-unti nawawala tayo. So parang, hey, stand up! Show who you really are. Yung ganon. Parang, yun yung parang nakikita ko na siguro yung parang pagkaolalya ko.
This is not a passing fancy. For
No
you.
more, no longer it is. In fact,
It is a commitment.
it is already. In fact, I've just been elected or appointed as the Executive Vice President for an organization of Filipinos all over the world. It's called Kapampangan Pride, which is founded by Ernie Turla, the poet laureate
Yes.
Ernie Turla, and the president is Mr. Mark Mangalindiman, an UP professor. So yun, so I am now the Executive Vice President of that organization. It's an organization of Filipinos all over the world.
Oh, fantastic.
Yes.
Diba?
I just want to do this because I love doing it. It's not because I have to please you.
Higit pa sa pagpapayabong sa musikang Kapampangan, gustong tuparin ni Angie. Ang kanyang pinapangarap sa kasalukuyan ay isa pa ring patunay ng kanyang pagiging makabayan. Handang ilaan ang oras at buhay upang makatulong sa kapwa.
Just say itong advocacy mo na ito for Kapampangan music, Kapampangan culture, ito ba ang parang corporate social responsibility din ng Pampangas Best, would you say?
Hindi siguro. It's totally different, but I would like, parang in a way, o siguro, it's always, kasi incorporated ako sa Pampangas Best, whether you like it or not, no? But I think Pampangas Best is doing more as its CSR share. Yung ganun.
Livelihood,
Yes,
may mga housing projects pa, no?
And I would like to have my own share of my of CSR in the future. I am dreaming of having my own orphanage. That is my
Wow.
dream.
Good luck
sa
to you,
CSR.
Angie.
Yes,
ha?
thank you.
That
thank
is
you.
truly a wagi, ano?
Thank you.
It is something na every Kapampangan should, you know, look forward to. Kasi
Sana nga.
kailangan yan, hindi ba?
Yun, it's,
Oo.
I think, I am dreaming of it talaga. And well, if it's my dream, I should work on it.
Oo. At tingin ko kakayanin mo.
Sana nga.
Dahil
Anyway,
dahil naman isa ka namang taong wagi sa maraming aspeto ng buhay, di ba?
Thank you.
Malay mo, ito isang bagay na mapagwagian mo rin,
Sana
di
nga.
ba? Oo. Angie, at this point, baka meron kang nais na, you know, kausapin mo yung ating mga kababayan, yung mga kapwa natin kababaihan, o maski na yung mga kalalakihan na nanonood, baka meron kang isang mensaheng gustong iwan kaugnay ng iyong advokasya at kung paano sila maaring makatulong sa pagsusulong nito. You talk to them.
In Tagalog?
Oh, in Tagalog,
Of course.
syempre. Oo. Pwede rin Kapampangan, once in a while.
Okay. You know, just be proud of who you are. And if you speak in Kapampangan, it won't make you a lesser person.
Okay.
So that's the basic eh. the only way you can show people that you're Kapampangan is through your language. You don't have to speak it regularly or every day because, you have to deal with people who are not Kapampangan. So, but it's normal. But then, do not be ashamed of your language. Do not be ashamed of your roots. And be proud of who you are. And despite all this success in our lives, do not forget that you're always a Kapampangan.
Thank you. Very
Thank
well
you.
said, Angie. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, and it's my pleasure.
Thank you.
In Central Luzon, in Pampanga, she is, I think, one of the future leaders of the business sector or even the community. So I'm really very proud of her. And I'm glad I know her, and I'm glad that she is my friend.
She's a friend to all. She's a mother to all other members of Okay Musika Ballet. And we basically love her as she is.
Si Ate Angie mabait, mapagmahal, matulungin, at mapakumbaba. Ang lahat ng mga ito ay isang dahilan kaya siya isang tunay na wagi. Hindi lamang sa larangan ng pagkipagkaibigan, kundi pati sa larangan ng pagkipaglaban sa buhay.
Sa kabila ng ating pagnanais na mapalawak ang ating dunong at kasanayan sa paggamit ng wikang banyaga at iba pang mga gawi na makakanluranin upang masigit na maging competitive, huwag sana nating kalimutan ang ilang bagay na sariling atin. Katutubong wika, awitin, tradisyon o kultura, mga maituturing na ilan sa mga tunay na yaman ng ating bayan na dapat ingatan at payabungin para sa susunod pang henerasyon. Narinig natin yan kay Angie Hizon. Hanggang sa muli, ito po si Sonia Soto. Walang sawang maghahandog sa inyo ng mga kwentong tagumpay ng bawat Pinay. Magandang gabi po.
Ay sa ngalan ng pag-ibig, wagi ka sa talino.
Para sa inyong mga tanong, komento o suhestyon, i-type ang CLTV space wagi space ang inyong pangalan at address at mensahe at isend sa mga sumusunod na numero.
Pagsisikap mo, gumagaan. Wagi